Deepening our levels of intimacy with others in our lives can bring up our core wound. And when that happens, the most common thing that might come up is that we shut down. We want to disconnect from that person. We dissociate from our body, just like out, up and out. And so it's often very difficult to stay in a place of integrity because this wound is getting triggered and all of these hurts from the past are coming up, and that's happening between both people and or more than that simultaneously. And so what often happens is that our belief system about what intimacy and connection is gets reinforced, and we just want to kind of like move away, and it's like a knee-jerk reaction. It's not a response. And so what we're going to talk about in the Dance of Intimacy Mastermind in April is this idea of integrity, staying in integrity while we are deepening our intimacy with a person. And by integrity, what I'm referring to is an embodied ethic. So not ethics from the standpoint of society or religion or whatever else people often get their like straight line thinking ethics from, but a felt sense, an embodied sense of what is ethical right now. And for me, two of the most important things to focus on maintaining when these triggers happen, because often it's almost like instantaneous. We just get like moved into this like I want to run away. At least that's what always happened to me. That was like my knee jerk, like I'm just going to run away. I'm going to remove myself completely from the situation. So for me, two of the most important things to bring consciousness to when we're in a situation of deepening intimacy with another person and something for either one of us gets triggered. One is keeping presence in the body. So you can even like, you can, bring your hands onto your knees, or sometimes I like do a light massage on my feet just to remain in presence in my body. And the other thing is to be willing, and this is definitely not always easy, be willing to hear how I impact the other person. A lot of times our ego wants to come out like a dragon, like, "Rah!" Like, I don't do that. I'm not that person. All these things. But can I actually like in open-hearted repose, like keeping an open heart, just like in a space of neutrality, hear how it is that you perceive that I'm impacting you. And of course, like there's a lot of different dynamics around this, because the other thing is, how do I engage in this conversation with this person when wounding has come up for one and or both of us, without going into stories of victimhood, like you did this to me, or oh, like poor me, without going into stories of victimhood, and also without pointing the finger, and without taking on the other person's stuff, because there's like a lot of shadow stuff like in the background and underneath. And it's not uncommon for couples and or people who are in intimate space together to feel responsible for, taking care of the other person. What I'm proposing here is that integrity does not require me to take on what's coming up for the other person. What it requires is for me to be in my body in an ethical way, because if I'm in my body knows right now in this moment what is ethical. And that's going to allow a different kind of interaction to arise that is not not giving in to the core wounding. The core wounding might still be there. I might still feel it. I might still feel that, like, I want to run away. I want to run away really fast, really far. But I choose, because I'm in my body, I choose not to react in that way. I choose to stay here present with this person that's in front of me and listen with more than just my ears, but listen with my whole body to what this engagement is happening, what this engagement brought up for both of us, what this intimacy kind of sparked inside. And from that place, we can actually deepen the intimacy even further, even though every part of us is kind of telling us that we don't want that, maybe even at that moment. But my experience has been that once I actually speak about something that's coming up with me when I'm in a space of intimacy, I feel so relieved afterwards, and my heart feels way more open, even though it had like slammed closed in the moment that whatever the wounding was emerged. After I'm able to have an embodied conversation with this other person about it, something massive shifts and my heart is able to just blossom open even more. And so in the mastermind, we will, I'll guide you through a short somatic exploration to come into your body so that you may then have the conversation from this like felt sense inside of yourself. And then we'll see what rabbit holes open from there in conversation. I hope to see you there. If you have any curiosities or questions or experiences to share about intimacy and integrity. See you soon.